Are you serious? Why did you deactivate the credit card? If you don't get it reactivated right now, I'm divorcing you.
Not to worry, darling. I had a suspicion that's what you would say. So I went ahead and divorced you already.
What?
Trouble busters!
What is it?
Oh, nothing.
Are you already done with your work?
Yep, it's all finished.
Okay, so what do you want?
I was wondering, could I go on this vacation with you?
Huh?
My name is Alan. I'm 31 years old, and I'm starting to get very, very suspicious about my wife's behavior. When I asked to go with her, she got so shocked that she froze for a few seconds, then suddenly shouted that it's way too late to add me to the reservation. I told her I could arrange for my own hotel room and tag along, but she didn't like that either. If you're not going to let me go along, then you're not going either.
Excuse me?
Listen to me, Delilah. If you go on this trip without me, I will never forgive you, and you will regret it.
Oh yeah? Well, if you don't let me go, then you're the one who's gonna regret it.
The next day, Delilah was gone. She even left a signed stack of divorce papers behind. And at that moment, all the feelings I had left for Delilah were shattered into a million pieces. Yeah, thank you. Got it. Thanks a lot. It's time to do some trouble busting.
Did you see those divorce papers I left for you?
Yep.
Well, you listen to me. If you give me any more crap about anything I do from now on, then I'm gonna use those. Got it? I'm talking to you. If you deactivate the credit card, I'm gonna divorce you. Do I make myself clear to you, Alan?
Oh yeah, crystal clear. It's like I thought. You want to divorce me, don't you, Delilah? Remember what they say, be careful what you wish for.
Oh my god, is this some lame attempt by you to get me to let you come along? Like, this is a woman's retreat, you dork. What kind of husband comes on a woman's retreat? Ugh, you were so pathetic yesterday, you made me sick.
And that's why you want to divorce me?
That all depends on how obedient you are. For now, if you want to stay married to me, you'd better reactivate my card.
And what would you do if I told you no?
I'll divorce you the instant I get back.
You know what, Delilah? I think I might save you the trouble.
Huh?
There we go. With that, our divorce papers are all ready to go.
Wait, what do you mean they're ready to go?
I mean exactly what I said.
Are you out of your mind?
Not at all, Delilah. I've never seen more clearly.
You're gonna divorce me just because I go on a lot of mother's retreats with my friends? How selfish can you be? Can't I have any fun without you?
What's the matter all of a sudden? You seem so nervous about something, Delilah.
Nervous? Me? Don't be ridiculous. I'm not nervous. You're the one who should be nervous.
Oh yeah? I don't see any reason why.
Aren't you grateful to me at all for letting you get married to me?
If you were so reluctant about it, then why did you ever agree to marry me in the first place? Excuse me, ma'am, I have divorce papers to submit. Which desk do I need to go to for that? Down the hall and to the left? Got it, thank you. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Hey, hold on a second. Don't you know what's gonna happen if you actually submit those?
Our legal marriage will be dissolved and we start living separate lives. You'll also change your name back, I assume.
Well, duh. I didn't mean what's literally gonna happen. I meant our relationship. You're gonna lose me. Don't you get that?
Yeah, I know.
And you're okay with that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I'm not gonna allow this to happen.
You arranged a complete set of divorce papers, signed them, and left them for me at the house. Did you really think you could just walk all of that back this late in the game?
But I was supposed to be the one who used those. You had no right to use them before me. It's not fair.
All's fair in love, war, and divorce, Delilah. Hate the game, not the player.
Listen, just turn around right now and go home, okay? Then tomorrow I'll... 2 days from now, I'll come home and...
After all that, you're still gonna stay for the whole trip?
We'll talk more when I come home.
There's absolutely nothing for us to talk about. Do you remember what I told you before? If you're not gonna let me go along, then you're not going either. If you go on this trip without me, I will never forgive you, and you will regret it.
But seriously, why would you want to come on a women's retreat?
A women's retreat?
Yeah, like the ones I'm always going on with my friends.
What's that? It sounds like someone is standing next to you.
It's just one of my friends. It's nothing for you to be concerned about. Don't you get it, Alan? Sometimes I need to be refreshed. Sometimes I want to go on a trip with my friends. What is so wrong about that? I've only got one life to live, and I still have a lot of living to do. You have no right to keep me tied down at home. You knew what kind of woman I was when you married me, and you still said yes, didn't you?
Yep, you're right. And that's why I've been very flexible with you and your hobbies.
Then what's gotten into you now? Why are you getting so oppressive all of a sudden?
Oppressive?
Yeah, you've never complained once about me going on one of my women's retreats up until this time.
Oh.
Huh? Alan? What is wrong with him?
Sorry, Delilah, I'm on the move here.
So, you left the courthouse, right?
No, not yet.
Huh?
I just submitted the divorce papers.
No!
Also, I called up the credit card company and had your card deactivated.
You what? How dare you? Why? How could you do this to me? Why did you deactivate my card?
Because I lost every last drop of affection that I once had for you.
But why? You've got no reason not to love me.
It's because you're lying about going on a women's retreat. Right now, you're in the middle of an adulterous vacation with a man named Keith.
What? I have no idea what you're talking about. That's nonsense.
Seriously, Delilah, give it up. You're not fooling anyone. I already know everything, Delilah. This game is over.
Is that what all this foolishness has been about? Well, it's not true. I would never cheat on you.
You are cheating on me, and you are on vacation with your boyfriend right now. I also know that Keith is your tennis coach from the gym.
Where did you get that video? How? I don't get it.
Oh, a confession?
No, I'm not confessing. I was just saying that the video you sent is obviously a deep fake. I'm not with any man named Keith right now. I'm shopping at the mall with my girlfriends.
Don't you think it's time to give up the ghost, Delilah?
You're just imagining things. You're not going to divorce me because of your own delusions. You've got to be joking. Would you like me to tell my mommy and daddy about this? They wouldn't like it.
At this point, Delilah, I don't think they would believe a single word you say.
All right then, Alan, it's time for you to put up or shut up. Do you have any evidence for your allegations or what?
Evidence, huh?
Yeah, you can't just go around accusing people of having an affair without any evidence. You sound like you're pretty confident. So let's see what kind of evidence you've got to back up what you're saying. Well, Alan, I'm waiting.
You constantly have your phone with you at all times of the day, so I've never had an opportunity to read any of your private texts. And private detectives, those guys charge an arm and a leg. Since you spend all my money, there's no way I could spend a couple grand hiring someone to check you out. And when I tried borrowing money to pay for it... Listen, I never lend money to friends. In my line of business, we charge 10% interest every 10 days, so you'd better think of a plan B. So, as of right now, I actually don't have any hard evidence of your affair.
Huh, I didn't think so. You're such an idiot. You divorced me over your own imagination.
I wouldn't say imagination, it's more my intuition.
Yeah? Your intuition won't be admissible in court, Alan.
Yeah, I know.
Now apologize to me for telling such horrible lies about me.
If I don't have any evidence...
Apologize and have my credit card reactivated, you moron.
Then I'll just have to get some help from someone who does.
What are you even talking about? No one has any evidence. Even if there was someone with evidence, they'd never give it to you.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
I'm 100% sure. No one's gonna give you any evidence. There is no evidence. There is no evidence out there at all, and do you know why? It's because I'm not having an affair. I'm not cheating on you. It's that simple. What do you mean if? It is true.
Boy, it sure would suck if that were true.
I'm feeling generous, so I'll give you one last chance. Go back to the courthouse and have them return the divorce papers you submitted.
Sorry, Delilah, no can do.
How long are you gonna keep up this stubborn act, Alan? The only thing that you're good for is making a ton of money for me to buy whatever I want with. So if you solemnly swear to be a good little boy from now on and do as I say, I'll let you keep being my ATM machine.
Nah, I'll pass.
Ugh, you are so stubborn.
It looks like I wasn't clear earlier. When I said it would suck if you didn't have any evidence, I meant that if you don't show me evidence you're telling the truth, you're gonna be stuck over there forever.
Stuck here forever? What do you mean?
With your credit card deactivated, you don't have any way to access my money, right?
And so what? I already paid for my return ticket.
And who has that ticket right now? Keith, right?
There is no key.
Wow, you've got a pretty tough guard. Oh well, speaking of your dear little Keith, I'm pretty sure that he's with his wife right now, so I don't think he'll be much help to you.
What?
Just a little while ago, I got a message from a woman named Hannah, Keith's wife. She says she's got her husband with her now, and she's gonna drag him back home and make him confess everything. Good news, huh?
You're lying. I don't believe you.
If you think I'm lying, give Keith a call and ask him yourself.
Well, that's a great idea. I'll call him now.
There it is. She just admitted that she has Keith's number. The rest should be a snap.
It's okay. It's okay. He's just bluffing, that's all. I'll call Keith, confirm that he wasn't caught, and then I win.
Hey there, Delilah.
Keith, is everything okay?
What do you mean, okay?
It might be a bluff, but I heard your wife might be heading here. Whatever you do, you cannot let her catch you. Do you understand? And just so we're clear, if you do get caught and Alan divorces me, then you're gonna have to divorce your wife too to take care of me.
But we both knew the risks of having an affair.
Yeah, well, you have a job and I don't, so it's gonna be your responsibility to support me.
Actually, I was thinking maybe we should break up.
You're not running away from me, Keith. If I'm going down, then I'm taking you with me. You can count on that.
But Delilah, my wife is...
Getting pretty goddamn angry that her cheating husband is such a coward. What? So, you must be Delilah. Oh no, this cannot be happening. How could you let her catch you so easily, Keith? Your conversation was on speaker, so I heard the whole thing. And I recorded every last word. No, you were listening and I admitted the whole thing? Yes, I'd say you've said more than enough to prove you were having an affair.
Look, I'm sorry, Delilah, but Hannah is threatening to tell my dad about our affair. If he finds out, he's gonna write me out of his will. I can't divorce her.
You idiot, this is all your fault. If you hadn't gone and gotten yourself caught...
Don't pin this all on me. What about you?
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
I'm sorry, Hannah.
For the record, it was Alan who first alerted me to your affair.
It was?
That's right. He's the one who came up with this whole plan to catch you in the act. No way. You mean to tell me my mild-mannered Alan, who barely had the guts to stand up to me, was the mastermind? That's right. And now that my work is done here, I'm going home. And what about Keith? What I do with him is none of your business, homewrecker. I don't ever want to hear my husband's name come out of your filthy, adulterous mouth. Now get out of my sight. But if Alan divorces me, then what am I gonna do? Not my problem. Figure it out yourself. Hey, what about me, Alan? You're gonna help me get home, right?
You want me to help you? Me? The man you've been cheating on?
Please, Alan, please. You're the only person left I can turn to now.
Tough luck. You can wither away penniless and homeless on that beach for all I care.
You mean you're gonna leave me to die here?
Whether you live or die is your choice. While I admit I do have a preference between the two options, after all, you did betray me in the worst way possible.
Oh, can't we talk about this? We can make things work.
You want to talk now? I've tried to talk to you so many times before, Delilah.
Man, I had a blast.
Welcome home, Delilah.
Oh, you're still awake?
Tell me, how was your trip, Delilah? And yet you never even gave me the time of day.
What do you want from me? I was exhausted from my vacation.
You were that tired from your vacation? What, did Keith go on that one with you too?
No, you don't understand. I wasn't with Keith on that vacation. A friend of mine, she got divorced, right? She was so broken up about it that I spent the whole time trying to cheer her up.
Oh yeah? So how's she doing these days? Is she feeling better?
Yeah, she's gotten back on her feet now.
I'm glad to hear that. How about you go stay with her and have her return the favor then? After all, you really did help comfort her after her divorce, right?
Hey, Alan, are you still at the courthouse?
Yep.
So can you, undo our divorce, please?
Sorry, not happening.
But why not? Do you hate me that much now?
I have no feelings for you at all. Not even hate. Nothing.
Nothing?
I don't care what happens to you after this in the slightest.
How can you be so heartless to me? Don't you understand that I am stuck over here with no way home? My man left without me, so I can't get back without any money.
If you send me a picture of you and Keith together, then I'll have your parents come to Hawaii and take you home.
I don't have any pictures.
That's a total lie, Delilah.
It's not a lie. I am telling the truth.
Wow, you're something else.
How so?
Even with all that's happened to you, you're still lying to me.
I'm not lying.
Keith himself admitted that you took selfies of the two of you making out in your hotel room and sent them out to your friends. What's the matter? Shocked that the man you thought could keep a secret ratted you out? If he's willing to cheat on his own wife, just what in the world made you think that he wouldn't do the exact same thing to you?
No. How could I let myself get tricked by such an awful man? He's awful.
Don't start talking like you're any better than he is. You were willing to cause untold amounts of grief for me just to earn yourself some momentary pleasure. You're two peas in a pod. He's an awful cheating man and you're an awful cheating woman. Both of you make me sick to my stomach.
Please, Alan, I made a mistake. I was never serious about him. It was just a distraction.
It doesn't matter whether you were serious about him or not. You did what you did. I'm getting out of here.
What? Where are you going?
Home. My business at the courthouse is finished.
Yes, you do. You need to get those divorce papers back. You need to stop our divorce.
You ever play any retro games, Delilah?
Retro games? You mean like Mario?
Marriage is kind of like a retro game when you think about it.
It is? I don't get it.
You only get one try and there are no continues. You've got until I get back to our house to send me a picture of you and Keith together.
No, Alan, please don't do this to me.
I'm not your dad, I'm your husband. Considering you cheated on me, you should be grateful I'm giving you that long. Once I open our front door, your time's up, and it's game over for you unless you send me that picture.
Game over? You mean... Oh no, I'm begging you.
I won't respond to any of your calls or messages.
Wait, please, Alan. I swear this was just a one-time thing. I'll never do it again.
How many times do I have to tell you you can't take back what you've done?
How about this? I'll admit everything I've done, okay? And in exchange, you'll forgive me and we can go back to life as usual.
Sorry, Delilah, but forgiveness is not an option for you. You've only got one option and you'd better make it quick.
I promise I can change.
Don't interrupt me, you sleazebag. I'm still talking.
Oh, oops. Sorry, Alan.
If you're still holding out for the possibility of a future where I forgive you, that can only mean that you still don't understand the weight of your own actions. You've already forgiven yourself for what you've done before I've forgiven you. The problem with that, I'm the victim.
No, that isn't true, Alan. Finally realized just how much I've hurt you, Alan. I understand the pain you're feeling, and I feel terrible for it. I know I don't have any right to ask you for this, but I want you to let me help you heal the damage I've caused.
Wow, you got one thing right. You have no right to ask me for that. You want to help me heal the damage you caused? Are you joking?
No, I'm super duper serious.
Then answer me this. Why should the victim have to give any heed at all to what their victimizer wants them to do?
I don't want to see you fall apart, Alan. I want you to heal.
What was that? Who doesn't want to see me fall apart? Who wants me to heal?
Me, Alan. It's me.
There you go again, prioritizing your wants over mine. For the last time, I don't care one tiny bit about what you want and don't want. Now then, Delilah, let's talk about what I want. If you have even a shred of remorse inside that black hole you call a heart for what you've done, then there's only one thing for you to do, one way for you to start to make amends. You want to know what I want from you?
Yes, Alan, I'll do anything for you, honest.
What I want is for you to send me a picture of you and your boyfriend in the act. Every single picture you've got, send them to my phone right now.
And if I do that, will you...
Shut up. I don't want to hear about what you want, only a yes or a no. Are you gonna do it?
But...
It's taken every ounce of will that I can muster up to bring myself to this point. I thought about giving up and throwing everything away so many times. I couldn't hire a private detective, I couldn't see your phone, but if I don't have any hard, incontrovertible evidence of your affair, then I won't be able to prove it in court. I even tried following you around on some of your dates, but I could never get a photo that was good enough. You'd turn your heads at the last minute, go into a building, or my camera would go out of focus. Honestly, now I can understand why private detectives are so crazy expensive. It's really hard work.
Wait a minute. You've been following us around? I never noticed.
That's right. I know his name, his address, his family, and his workplace. I have all the pieces of the puzzle assembled except for the last one. The one photo that would prove everything and allow me to take everything from him. And that's when it hit me. I was going about this all backwards. If it's so hard for me to go out and gather all of the evidence by myself, then I'll just have to take the evidence from someone who already has it. That made my work way easier. All I had to do was wait until you were on vacation and deactivate your card. After that, if I took your ticket back away from you, then I win.
Wait, so you mean that you knew that Keith had my ticket on him?
I sure did. It took me days, weeks, months in order to get that information, but I finally figured it out. I had no money to spend, so I had to spend time, energy, and sleep instead. One other thing I've learned through this ordeal, though, is that this world isn't made for bad guys. It's made for the good guys willing to put in the work.
Oh no. What do I do?
Well, Delilah?
There's absolutely nothing that I can do to change Alan's mind now. How long are you gonna stay in bed?
Ugh, sorry, Delilah. I'm exhausted.
After just one night shift? You're so pathetic. You can sleep after you've made me my breakfast and cleaned up the house.
Hey, if it's not too much, do you think you could do some of the housework?
You want it done? Then do it yourself. I never expected he'd be capable of this.
I'm hanging up.
Wait, Alan, please. Okay, you win. I'll send you all the pictures I have, okay? So please come and get me out of here. I want to go home.
What happened after Delilah sent me all those pictures is all a blur to me. It felt both like an instant and like 1,000 years. It was like I was walking with my head in the fog or in a dream. Actually, it was probably more like a nightmare. The pictures Delilah sent me were more than enough to prove my case. Hannah and I both sued her, and we were both awarded $30,000, saddling Delilah with $60,000 in damages she owed us. She didn't have enough, of course, so her parents had to cover the bill for her. They weren't letting her off scot-free, though. She's now forced to live under their control until she pays them back. She's currently working 3 different jobs, a lifestyle that's taken its toll on her. I don't feel an ounce of pity for her, though. She's only getting what she deserves, good and hard. I sued her boyfriend Keith for the same amount, $30,000. Hannah sued him for $60,000, twice what the typical amount is, and amazingly was awarded the full amount. Now almost a full $100,000 in the hole. Rumors of Keith's improprieties spread around his workplace, and once he couldn't take the shame anymore, he voluntarily resigned. He's now working in a lonely factory with almost no human interaction all day. I doubt he'll ever be able to go back to his glory days of hitting on other men's wives as a tennis coach anymore. And as for me, I'm taking a break from it all. I'm spending some time with friends who understand my situation and gradually healing my emotional wounds. It was a terrible experience, but the sun always rises to drive away even the darkest night. I can only hold on to hope that there's a bright and shining light at the end of this tunnel. And that's exactly what I intend to do from here on out. Trouble Busters!